Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Tutorials 2K21. So in this video, I'm going to explain the concept of inter-thread communication in Java programming language. So before I'm going to explain this program, we'll see what is inter-thread communication, why it is required. So inter-thread communication is a mechanism in which a thread is paused running in its critical section and another thread is allowed to enter in the same critical sections to be executed. So the critical section is nothing but a common area that can be shared by more than one thread. So whenever two threads is need to share the common resource, so there will be a problem that one thread is to be use that particular resource. In that meantime, the another thread is needs to wait for some time. So there needs some proper communication between these two threads to utilize the resource in a proper way, and that can achieved in Java by using three methods called wait, notify and notify all. So the wait is a method. It tells the calling thread to give up the lock and go to sleep until some other thread enters the same monitor and calls notify. Whereas the notify method, it wakes up one single thread called wait method on the same object, and it should be noted the calling notify does not give up a lock on a resource. Whereas notify all, it wakes up all the threads called wait method on the same object. So now I'll show you a program how we can communicate between two threads that can use a common resource. So here is my class I named with chatting, and this is my flag. Initially I set with a value false because this variable is of type boolean. So here this is my first method and this is my second method. By using these two methods, I'm going to communicate two persons called person 1 and person 2. So this is my synchronized method because I want to make synchronization between these two persons, like person 1 and person 2. So the person 1 method will take string arguments and it will check the flag condition. So if flag, so here I'm taking my flag is false. So if this flag is false, then it going to wait state. Right? It going to wait state. And here because of this condition, if I get any exception, and that can caught by using this catch method, and it will push the message from the stack. And here is my system.out.println, and here it is going to print the message, means when it is notified, right? See, if condition is true, it is going to in wait state. When this condition fail, then it will print your message and set your flag to true, and it just call the notify method. So now this is my second method. I name it as person2, and here it is also take string as an argument, and here I check if not flag, means this method is going to wait when the flag is true, and this method is going to wait when the flag is false. So here see, if flag is true, then the person 2 is going to wait state, right? If any exception is there, that can catch by this exception handling mechanism, and it will trace you the stack content and it will display that content. Otherwise, it will display the message from this string, and then it will set flag is false and it notify to person 1. So here I created my threads. So thread 1, which is implemented using runnable interface, and here is my class chatting, and I'm creating one object for this, and here it is my string. So in this string, what I want to communicate with my person 1, I put all the statements here, and in this constructor I just pass my object of a class, and this dot m equals to m1, and new thread this comma person 1 dot start. So now it is going to start the first thread. In the same way, so in run method, So I will take initially I value is 0 and I is run up to the length of my first string, and then I get increment and it is going to display the message from my string. In the same way, I just created my second thread, which is also implements my runnable interface, and then this is my object, and here I am taken the second string, and here I pass some messages which I am communicate with my person1, and this is my constructor. Here I passed my object of the class, and then I'll start my thread 2. So in this run method, I'm going to display the messages from thread 2, and here it is my main class. In this main method, I just created an object for my class chatting, and then I'm creating these two threads and I'll call with my objects. So now you can find out the same object these two threads are calling, right? So I will show you how you're going to execute this program. So here is my folder which I created my Java programs. So here I'm going to my command prompt. So Java C is a compiler and my program name is testthreads1.java. So after its successfully compilation, so now I need to execute this program. Thread 1. So now you can find out these two persons will communicate with each other in a